You guys can see that. Let me know if it's not big enough. I will try to make it full screen, but if not, if it's okay, I'm just gonna keep it right here. I'm gonna go over this whole presentation about Battery Day, what's been leading up to Battery Day, because it's Battery Day. I mean, really, Tesla has been sitting on this technology, I think, for at least 1 to 2 years, right? They already knew about this battery. They already knew that they need to ramp up and basically secure their own destiny. And so they've been trying to do that since back in 2016. So 2016 in November, they acquired a company called Groman Engineering. I believe it is a German company, if I remember correctly, and they specialized in automating systems. But they had automation for like battery construction and like installation, putting them into packs is what Tesla does, right? So they had a automated system that Tesla was interested in, and that's why they purchased them. They bought them out for 135 million back in 2016. Fast forward to 2019, we all know that they acquired Maxwell Technologies. So Maxwell Technologies had this technology for manufacturing battery cells, and it was called the dry electrode battery. So that cuts down on a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of chemicals traditionally used to make wet batteries, which is called like a wet slurry technology. So now you're making, without this wet technology, you don't need ovens to dry the batteries, and those ovens take up a massive amount of floor space in your factory. So that's why they bought Maxwell Technologies. Also in 2019, they bought High Bar Systems. All right, High Bar Systems had some manufacturing IP for battery cells, and so these three components is what really leads up to Battery Day. And this Battery Day was supposed to happen earlier this year, right? So they acquired High Bar Systems in October 2019. They were supposed to have Battery Day, I believe, in April. So it's been pushed off, obviously for the illness situation, right? So these are the three companies that they acquired, and this is the roadmap that they've been working on for Battery Day to secure their own destinies, to secure battery manufacturing, because that is really the limiting factor of their growth. So fast forward to just was it yesterday or the day before, there was a leak of this battery. So the folks that first reported this leak was Electric. So you could tell that this battery is just massive compared to the traditional 2170 cell batteries that they're currently using. So this is the battery that they're currently using, 2170 cell, just a little bit bigger than a traditional AA battery. So this is much bigger, and so you see there's a 54 millimeter 54 number there. So we're expecting this to be a 54 millimeter in diameter battery cell. So what's the significance on a 54 millimeter battery cell? So reported on Teslarati, the 54 printed on its side, if the number represents a cell's diameter, it would point to Tesla's Roadrunner cell adapting the 54 by 98 form factor. So that's 10 times the volume of a traditional 2170 cell. So with a larger cell, Tesla could produce battery packs that have an order of magnitude fewer cells than before. This would result in the company using 1/10 the number of rolls, cans, electrolyte fills, and welds compared to its current operations. Such a strategy opens the door to massive cost reductions that could help bring down the price of electric cars to a notable degree. So literally 10 times the volume of the traditional 2170 cell. So now you can use fewer cells. You have to manufacture fewer cells, but you get the same energy density as your current vehicles. So just as a visualization, the new cell we're thinking is 10 times larger than this 2170 cell. So an order of magnitude is going to bring cost reduction down and ease of manufacturing, right? So this talks about ease of manufacturing. So if you see in this diagram here on the right where I have circled, basically these cells are designed to be just dropped in. They're just dropped into the pack, and then there is a cap that's put on top of it, and then it's just sealed. So there's no individual cells. There are no individual cells with individual caps. The cover plate is the cap and connection for all cells in the group. So it makes manufacturing these battery packs significantly faster. So I want to bring up a video where somebody talks about this I don't know if you guys seen this person's channel. His name is Dave Lee, and he talks a lot about Tesla as well. And so he talks about he has visited Tesla's manufacturing facility, and there's a second floor in their facility where they assemble battery packs. So whenever you go visit Tesla's facility, you can see pretty much everything. You can see how they stamp the bodies, how they construct the bodies, the paint shop. You can see everything, but the only thing that you cannot see is where they put together the battery packs. And so he talks about in this video that he has some information that the battery packs are they're in a secret location on the second floor of their factory, and he has insider information that somebody has seen the second floor where they assemble the battery packs, and all he is saying is that they're assembling battery packs very, very fast. So let me just play just like 10 seconds of this clip.
I remember back in 2013 or 2014, I was taking a tour of the Tesla factory in Fremont, and they mentioned they had a second floor where they assemble battery packs, but it was off limits to visitors. Several months later, I had a friend with connections who was able to visit that second floor. And I'm not sure if I can actually mention on this video, but let's just say they were putting cells into packs very, very fast. Tesla's always guarded their technology and process of pack assembly. They don't mind people watching them stamp body parts, weld, or even put the car together in general assembly. But they do mind if people watch them assemble battery packs because they...
So basically he's saying there that he has information that somebody has seen the second floor of Tesla's factory where they assemble battery packs, and all he's saying is that they assemble them very, very fast, and that goes in line with what I'm talking about here. These cells, these large cells, are made to just be dropped into the battery pack and then a cover put on top of it, and basically you're done. Basically that's all that's needed to assemble these battery packs. So that's Dave Lee's channel. If you haven't watched his channel, just check him out. He talks a lot about Tesla and about investing. Very good channel. So what's the significance of this new battery? Why are we doing this? Okay, so the Tesla Roadrunner battery. This is the cell line that they're manufacturing. It's called Roadrunner. So $100 per kilowatt hour has been described as the price target for batteries to enable electric vehicles to reach a price parity with gasoline cars without subsidies. If combined with mass production, it's considered the holy grail of EV adoption, since it would enable high volume production of relatively affordable and high margin electric vehicles. So you need to bring the cost of batteries down in order, number one, to reduce weight with these larger cells, and they're more energy dense. So you could put them in things like this, the Tesla Semi, because you don't want your battery to be so heavy that it's going to reduce the amount of cargo that the semi truck is going to load. So that's why you need to have this type of battery, this new lighter but more energy dense battery for something like a Tesla Semi, for a Tesla Cybertruck. So the most sold car in the United States is the Toyota Camry, 337,000 sales in 2019. Price point of the Toyota Camry is $24,000. So that's the price point that we need to get Tesla down to for mass adoption, right? So Tesla the Model 3, realistically, it's about 37, 38 after everything's said and done, taxes and things. You're looking at a $40,000 vehicle, right? So no one, it's not mass market yet. That's not reaching a price point where everyone will just not blink an eye just to buy a $40,000 vehicle. You need to get that down to $25,000 for people to for it to be the mass market, for people to not even think about what I'm purchasing. I just need to purchase the best vehicle and to get me from point A to point B and be safe. And that's where they need to get it, is $25,000. That's where this vehicle comes in, the Model 2 for $25,000, right? So how do you get to that Model 2 for $25,000? It's all about the battery. The most expensive part about the vehicle is the battery. So if they can reduce the price of the battery, the cost of manufacturing, and the weight of the battery, that's where they're going to basically get into the next generation, the next 10 years of Tesla. This is my prediction. So after Battery Day, so if the market understands what's being presented to them, I think we could see Tesla at $600 sometime after Battery Day. So if the market understands what they're doing, why they are manufacturing such larger batteries, the cost reduction, the weight reduction, and increase in energy density, and they really get it, I think we could see Tesla at $600. But if the market doesn't get it, and people just don't understand I think we could be at $300 to $400. So essentially, not moving that much to down to about $300 if the market doesn't really get it. And if Tesla is able to reduce the cost per cell down to roughly $50 to $75 per kilowatt hour. So remember, $100 per kilowatt hour, that is essentially bringing an electric vehicle to cost parity with a gas vehicle. That's when the price point of an electric vehicle and a gas vehicle is essentially the same price. If they could bring it down to $75 or $50 per kilowatt hour, I think that the stock is going to explode. I think that it's going to be the holy grail. It's going to be the point where there will be nobody in their right mind would buy a gas vehicle when you could get a Tesla vehicle for roughly $25,000 if you bring down that cost of that battery down to $50 to $75. So that's my price target. If that's like if they just kill it on battery day and said that we were able to reduce the price per cell down to $75 or $50, I think the stock is going to skyrocket. But realistically, I think there's a possibility that the market does not get it, and if they don't get it, then we could see the stock even go down. So that's my prediction. We'll see what happens. But if the market gets it, we could see $600. So that is my price target. Anywhere from 300 to 600 is what I'm thinking. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Leave a thumbs up on the way out. Appreciate it. And appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to further support the channel, you could join a membership, my YouTube membership, or support me over there on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Have an awesome night. Appreciate you guys so much. Peace.